and welcome to this week's edition of ELCAT News. I'm your host, Jen Carlos. The East Longmeadow Police Department wants to remind residents that leaving cars unlocked is an open invitation for crime to move into a neighborhood. ELCAT talked to Sergeant Michael Ingalls about this ongoing problem and what it means to the community and how simple steps can have a big impact on deterrence.
We've had a huge problem with people leaving their vehicles unlocked, and it's happening at all times of the night. At different parts of the town, no matter where you're living, it's hitting all ends of the town. But the main thing that we want to get out is that you need to lock your cars. The days of leaving your car unlocked and going inside and thinking nothing's going to happen are over. It's the way of the world now. But if you leave your car unlocked, you're leaving it open for something to be taken out of. The people that are locking their cars at night are not getting broken into. They are not physically breaking anything to get into the cars. They're just opening unlocked doors. And if your door is locked, they move on to the next car, because presumably the next person might have their car unlocked. If they find one, they figure they're going to find more and just keep coming back. Another thing that we also want to get out is that if you do have your car entered, give us a call, make a report. A lot of people are thinking, oh, it's just my change. I'm not going to worry about it. But somebody in your area might have a camera or might have seen something at that time, or there might be something left in your car that doesn't belong to you that might be valuable to us to connect that brake to another brake. So even if it's the smallest little thing taken out of your car, please call us and let us know what's going on so we can take a report.
And also, even if you're embarrassed that you left your car unlocked.
It's okay. A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are leaving their cars unlocked, so it's okay. No one's gonna say anything to you about it. It happens everywhere. It's not just happening in East Longmeadow. It's happening a lot in Longmeadow. So we're not the only ones, and you're not the only one it's happening to.
The ELPD also wants to make residents aware of a change in the traffic pattern at the corner of Shaker Road and Chestnut Street.
If you're coming from the center of town, near the intersection with Chestnut Street. In the past, if you were going to go southbound, you would stay to the left. They've now made that left-hand lane a left turn only lane, which a lot of people are getting confused about. The markings are on the roadway. You have to follow those markings. So if you're going to go south now, stay to the right. If you're going to turn left onto Chestnut Street, that's when you go on the left-hand lane. And there is a new arrow there, too, that'll help you turn up Chestnut Street.
The high temperatures of the past 2 weeks have the potential to lead to emergencies, causing early dismissals from some area schools and cancellation of afternoon sports practices. In observance of Emergency Preparedness Month, EL Recreation Director Donna Prather shares tips on precautions you can take to make it through the heat safely if you plan to be active outside.
Hi, I'm Donna Prather, the Recreation Director of East Longmeadow. Today I'm here to talk about Emergency Preparedness Month and how this monthly observance can help prepare you for outside activities, whether you're an individual or a participant in a group activity. Water breaks are especially important for children to maintain their health and reduce muscle cramps. Every 30 minutes, exercise participants should be hydrating. If in extreme heat, water breaks can be necessary every 15 to 20 minutes. In addition to staying hydrated, if you are a coach, here are some steps to ensure the best outcome for your athletes and your team. Educate athletes and parents about concussions. Talk about the dangers of potential long-term consequences of concussions. Insist that safety comes first by teaching safe play techniques and wearing protective gear correctly. Teach athletes and parents that if an athlete does sustain a concussion, a repeat concussion is more likely to occur if they are not properly healed. The next item is pop-up storms during outside activities. Be aware of your surroundings and whether there is a possibility of storms in the area. One way to prepare as a coach is to have an emergency action plan in place. This can be as simple as talking with parents, having an alert app on your cell phone, and designating safety locations before practice starts. In the event of lightning strikes, stay in shelter for 30 minutes before resuming activity. Emergency Preparedness Month is not just about organized sports. This also applies to passive recreation as well. If you are gardening, hiking, or along the bike path, be aware of your surroundings, which could include slippery leaves, inadequate daylight, and proper attire and equipment. And always make sure someone knows your whereabouts.
1 year ago, Town Manager Denise Menard announced the town's support for an East Longmeadow Veterans Memorial to be built in front of the Pleasant View Senior Center. Earlier this month, the Veteran Memorial Committee announced that it had been awarded approved status by the Massachusetts Attorney General's Office as a veterans charitable organization, allowing the group to begin raising funds for the construction of the memorial. Committee co-chairman Terry Glesko visited ELCAT this week to provide an update on the project and to highlight some upcoming fundraising initiatives.
About 3.5 weeks ago, We received the certification from the Attorney General's office. So at this point in time, we are ready to go with our first fundraising event. And that will take place at the Senior Center, 328 North Main Street, on October the 12th. And it will be a spaghetti dinner from 5 to 7:30 p.m. And the cost per ticket is $12. It's a nominal amount of money. And we are looking to sell at minimum 150 tickets. We want to pack the place. I think there may be a question out there, especially from the younger generation, why are we doing this? The reason we're doing this is that I sit here as a veteran. I'm free to talk to you, but many of these people never came home. And that's a really important thing. So our committee is passionately committed to constructing this memorial in order that we memorialize their sacrifices, honor their sense of duty and their courage. And it's also for family members, because when a veteran goes off, and especially into a foreign land, his spouse, his children, they also have a struggle and a challenge before them in schools such as this. I'm sure that somewhere in this school there's a student who has a family member, whether it's immediate or otherwise, who is serving somewhere in the military.
On Sunday, September 16th, the First Baptist Church on Parker Street is celebrating its 200th anniversary with a service for the community at Center Field starting at 10 a.m. Everyone is invited to join in and stay afterwards for food, music, and games to celebrate the milestone. On Saturday, September 15th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Town Hall is a free car seat safety checkup event. This free clinic is presented by the East Longmeadow Health Department as a public service. Here's Program Coordinator Donna Bowman with more.
Let's discuss some of the common mistakes we find in our checks of child passenger safety seats. Turning a child from a rear-facing safety seat to a forward-facing safety seat too soon. Safety seat is not secured tight enough, should not shift more than 1 inch from side to side or out from the seat. A harness on the child is not tight enough. If you can pinch a harness material, it's too loose. A retainer clip is up too high or too low. It should be at the child's armpit level. The child is in the wrong safety seat. Don't rush a child into a seatbelt. Let us help you install your car seat properly by coming to the event and working with a certified technician who can answer questions and provide more information. Remember, the event is free and takes place Saturday, September 15th from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. at the Town Hall parking lot. On behalf of the East Longmeadow Health Department, we hope to see you there.
If you are unable to attend this event, you can schedule an appointment anytime by calling 413-525-5400, extension 1106. And another event held on September 15th is Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., residents of East Longmeadow can bring household hazardous products to Wilbraham Regional High School for disposal. Common items such as fluorescent light bulbs, oven cleaner, and furniture polish should not be disposed of in your regular trash pickup or down storm drains. Instead, they should be brought to one of the many 2018 Household Hazardous Waste events held locally each year to protect the environment and your health. Residents must call the Town Hall between Tuesday the 11th and Thursday the 13th to schedule a time slot for drop-off at Minnechaug. The number to call is 525-5400, extension 1103. This month's Mayberry Car Show will be on September 19th from 4 p.m. until dusk. This event will benefit Shriners Hospitals for Children through raffles and donations, and will also hold over 100 new and classic cars on display, along with a live radio broadcast from Rock 102. One last reminder that Eleaf's Spartan Sprint 5K for Education will be on Sunday, September 23rd at East Longmeadow High. Registration will begin at 8 a.m. and the 5K will start at 9 a.m. Participants will have the option to walk or run, and the awards ceremony will commence at 10 a.m. with the Kids Fun Run at 10:30. Proceeds from the event will be used to enrich the classroom experience for students by funding extras that are not covered in the school budget. Here's what's happening at the library this upcoming week. On Wednesday, September 12th at 6:30 p.m. is the event May is Not the Only Time to Plant. Chris Graziano from Graziano Gardens will discuss what way to plant in the fall before the ground freezes. Get a jump start on your 2019 garden. Sponsored by the EL Garden Club, registration is required. Also on Wednesday, September 12th from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. is Scout Me In. Join in the adventures of Cub Scouts. Visit the East Longmeadow Public Library for more information and to join the Cub Scout Pack 272 of East Longmeadow. On Friday, September 14th at 1 p.m. is another installment of Friday Flicks. This week is the Film Book Club. No registration is required. The show's runtime is 104 minutes and it is rated PG-13. On Saturday, September 15th from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. is Pastel Painting. This painting workshop is open to all levels and uses actual imagery that inspired Monet to paint his Water Lilies painting. In this event, participants will produce their own unique pastel painting. This project is supported in part from a grant from the East Longmeadow Cultural Council, a local agency which is supported by the Massachusetts Cultural Council, a state agency. Registration is required. Finally, on Monday, September 17th from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. is the annual Children's Department book sale. The sale runs through Saturday, September 29th with a wonderful selection of gently used books, DVDs, puzzles, and more. Shop early for the best selection. All proceeds benefit the Friends of the Library Children's Department Program Fund. That's it for this week's edition of ELCAT News. I'm your host, Jen Carlos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.